I talked to Stoney. He stuck at work. What's up, good people? Y'all know what it is. It's our 5 minutes of fame. Uh, we officially open up at 8 o'clock. Tish, I usually be on United States Marine Corps time. I start everything to the if it say
Okay.
and so 8 o'clock I'll officially open up.
All right.
Mm, yeah, sure know what it is. Right. We're gonna get this kicked off. Let me get a little sip of my. Mm, mm.
Something.
Oh yeah, hey house. This is where it is, my brother. This 12 year Yamazaki is it. All right. Pick you up about man.
Yes, sir.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Let's see.
The problem is over there engulfed in that work. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. And so we got Big Raz and Cheryl. Jay Ferg, of course, first day of school down in Miami. And with the kids.
For the
And
kiddos.
Stoney stuck at work. And Lions. I'll make it happen. And we got 2 more minutes before we kick it off. Mm, 2 more minutes. So, Tish, do you have?
What?
Do you smoke in the house?
No. So I don't have an area yet. And I don't smoke that frequently.
Okay. Not a problem.
But when I do, I smoke out on the deck.
Okay. I hear you.
And I've been expanding my palate since our last time we seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. I hear.
I'm trying to
We
get
got
on
1 more minute.
world.
I understand. I'm gonna have to get you on these things. Vanita, our pipe expert. I'm kind of really the pipe expert, but I'm transitioning her because there's something to do. But we love what we do here, so love what we do.
I was searching for my
Sure, she
cigar
is
scissors.
probably watching. So Vanita drives an 18 wheeler, and she's on the road today.
Okay.
And
It's our 18 wheel and
my oldest daughter does the same.
All right.
Hats off to the truckers.
God. Yeah, because I couldn't do it. Matter of fact, I could do it, but I wouldn't do it.
Me neither.
All right. Well, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
We have our products. We tell you.
All right. 8 o'clock, and we want to officially welcome those who are joining us right now to the Smoking Jacket broadcast. Tonight's show, man, we have a treat for y'all today. Not going to just spill the tea just yet, but I got to go around the room and check with my co-host and see what's been going on since the last time we talked, we chatted, and that we were on. So let me start with my man House down there in his big old mansion with his outside cigar lounge, and he's getting one in right now. Hey House, what you smoking on first of all?
Smoking on the undercrown today.
No, you're not.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Hold on. No, you're not. No, you're not. So you smoking on Rob's little $8, $10 cigar, with all them
That's one
opuses
of
you
my
got over
favorites.
there.
That's one of my
All them
favorite
nice
sticks.
placencias. He got them $100 placencias over there. And you just gonna smoke on a little underground today, huh? So you feeling kind of EBT-ish today, right?
Yeah, I want to. I like
you
these.
you so
I felt like
you
these up.
yeah, so you actually whipped out your with that card called it yeah, that okay. All right. Well, what's going on in your world, man? Since you
Nothing.
budgeting today.
Went to the Norfolk Jazz Fest last week. It was nice experience down there.
Okay.
And back on the grind this week.
Back on the grind. All
Back on the
right.
grind.
Yeah, that's our resident secret squirrel, Tish. We don't know what the hell he do. We don't know what going. All we do, we know he worked for the United States government. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best position to be in. Just don't know what
Mm-hmm.
they do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, what's happening? That is the analyst. What's going on, analyst?
And
It's busy.
Well,
I will be in Tampa this weekend. Saturday is the Land on Your Feet White Soiree Jazz
okay.
Festival fundraiser, raising STEM dollars for some deserving students to have some little scholarship money
Oh, that's
on
cool.
their way to school. And we will have our
Right.
local love, Nathan Mitchell. Check him out on his latest Grammy nod. So super excited for that. I am their co-host.
Okay.
And it is a
Cool.
cigar friendly event. Mr. Corey Cheney of Cheney Cigar Lounge there in Tampa will be providing the good smoke.
All right, that's good to know. I mean, and then we got some, terrible news and what Tampa, one of the cigar lounges closed, and tell us about that. Sorry to hear that, by the way.
Uh, we love Ursula Cheney Williams and Sharon Ray. They are the owners, first, first sisters of the Leaf, first Power to the People sisters that have Black owned cigar lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no meeting of the minds in terms of rents. So the brand is still alive, but the location sadly is not.
Right.
Uh, so what I said is this is just another book in the chapter. It's not the end of the story.
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
they're going to come back, guns blazing. So, you know, sometimes things happen in order to make room for greater. So
Yes.
we love
Exactly.
you. Love you, ladies.
Well, certainly we got our prayers out going to them. On my end, first of all, let me take the time to give a shout out to Benita, to Rob, to
Our
Stony,
destiny.
who is working, and then last but not least, one of our co-hosts, Chester, as we call him, Mr. Proud to the People, still dealing with the transitioning of some family members and even some that are uh, uh, sick right now. So we want to send continued prayers out to him, condolences to him and his family, and certainly that the Spirit of God would comfort their hearts and dispatch the angels to just watch over them while he is in this time of need. So, Chester, we praying for you, man. Speedy healing on this end, and certainly we, can't always say we know what one is going through. People grieve differently, so we just give a shout out to you, brother, on this end, from our
We
heart to
love
yours.
you.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
sir,
So
sir.
keep your head up, man, and we praying for you, bro. Today, decided to be indoors today, kind of hot, muggy. Didn't want to deal with last week when I told you and I didn't prepare for this today anyway. So while Shirley is going to take over for a minute and discuss a couple things before we get to our who we have today, But I just pretty much been slow boogie working on some things, getting some things together for some upcoming events. Working on some things with Destination Herf, as you see at the bottom. For those in the DMV, you want to purchase your tickets from me now to use my discount code. This show is sponsored by Destination Herf, so let me take the time out to give a shout out to Jay Ferg, my man in Miami. And
First.
yeah, and we are sponsored by Destination Herf, and we're looking forward to being in Miami in January. So look here, here it is right here. Hey, January 16th through 19th. Looking forward to it. And we got Caldwell Cigars back on deck. And we also probably going to be adding, in addition, Gurkha Cigars, as well as hopefully we'll get Drew Estate back on next year. Our show today, man, I'm going to tell you, after we hear from Cheryl, we have the owner of one of the most prominent lounges in the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. And I'm going to say prominent because I look forward to great things from it. Uh, don't want to, spill everything, but man, got a chance to make it down there. And when I say done right, the core, comfortability, customer service, food, the drinks, everything on point. I love it. I mean, and so I just waiting to go back and sit in one of those good reclining chairs, and waiting to order another one of my good New Orleans cuisine foods that I so much enjoy. House, man, we're gonna have to make a trip, bro.
Yes, sir.
But let me just kill that right now. But Nita, we're gonna turn this 15 minutes of fame and segment over to you for some little cigar education, especially after last week's conversation. Over to you before our coach, Miss Tisha Johnson and Sonia. And so indulge us for a minute, Tish, while Cheryl gives her cigar education for this moment. Come on, Cheryl.
So tailing off of a conversation that uh, was brought up in the last broadcast, I
Mm.
think it's time we have a little cigar 101. Some cigar 101, some cigar etiquette, and it's apropos that we have a lounge owner on so that we can share our knowledge. Folks in the chat, if you want to contribute to the conversation, please feel free to do so down below.
Absolutely.
And so, with that being said, a couple of things that came up. One was talking about how we like to cut and or punch our cigar. So this evening, I am smoking a Southern Draw, which is a boutique cigar. It's one of my favorites. This is the Cedrus, and this is their Bellicoso. Now, my intent was to do a Dickman cut because there was a lot of conversation that I saw in reference to that, and some folks.
And Cheryl, do me a favor, repeat that cut again. Got to repeat that.
It is the Dickman cut. So if my cigar scissors weren't stolen, uh, I could show on this particular Vitola of cigar. You would see if I'll use another pair that's not meant to cut for this, but as
Mm-hmm.
by example, you would this or a Salome Vitola would be the best to do it. And you're cutting in on the side at an angle from the point of the cap down just below the shoulder. And that type of cut is really for those who like the smoke. Um, but today, since I didn't have my cigars, I have one of my favorite tools, which is this little beauty here that looks like a chess piece. It's from the Select Draw line. Shout out to that brother. He has added some other. Uh,
Marcus Austin.
right.
Mm-hmm.
This was the original patina, which is the polished nickel. And I think he has three others. So what I've done is just screw it off. So it has a three-prong poke, and I have gone all the way around just to get
Uh,
some nice even smoke. And full disclosure, I'm in love with a V cut, especially a deep V. And so to get even more smoke, I tipped just a little bit off the top. But the point of this
okay.
is it's great aeration and all that sort of thing. So, Chris, this would tell me what cuts you prefer and what advice this advice that we're giving, that we're sharing, that we're talking about, obviously is not going to be for our old heads like us that have been smoking a super long time,
Yeah.
but certainly this is for our newbies and our novice smokers, um, just to share some knowledge.
I'm for one very traditional. I straight on most of my cigars because I want to absorb the full um, up, raw of the cigar, and the straight cup for me gives me a more even burn in of the cigars that I smoke. Of course, I'm not going to straight cut a cigar if I'm smoking a Bellicoso because I'm definitely going to V cut that. I'm one that certainly am a fan of the deep V because of how deep you get. I find
And I'm going to
something
hold
that you
this
pick
up
out.
while you talk.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a fan of that. I'll tell you what. One, it has
These
a
are the
tendency to
beats.
cut a little uneven. The V cuts are not deep enough. What I found, if it is to be used when I was in the lounge, particularly Petworth, it did allow the customers to use that. I always made sure I let the staff and train them on that because I'm going to tell you what happened. Very end, depending whether you're left-handed or right-handed,
Mhm.
there was a gentleman that rested his hand right at the hole. When he slammed on it, he had a V cut, his pinky finger, and it was not pretty.
Yeah.
And so I definitely would not anyone. I kept it bar, and anyone that needed a cut, the bartenders were trained on cutting that cigar. And also, I was very particular about punches. Tish, you may get this. Your staff
So this is a punch.
every now and then when people punch a cigar, and everybody, I'm gonna tell you, swear they know what they're doing. When it comes to a punch, no, they don't know what they're doing. A lot of times what happens is this: they'll grab the cigar. Oh, I don't have a cigar, but I'm gonna use this bottle, and they'll manhandle the cigar right at the doggone. Let me go over here and move myself over. They're manhandling it right there, and they're taking the punch, and they're just digging it in there. Now, I like to finesse mine because I turn the punch, I turn it, and slowly push in until it, grooves on in there, and they'll try to push, and then what happens is the cigar cracks at the
Yep.
tip. Then they're gonna come to you And they're gonna say, "Oh, your humidor is jacked up." And after I look at it, I said, no, they went in there trying to force the punch in there, and then sometimes using a bigger punch than what the cigar is, and so they're jacking the whole cigar up. So, but being customer service oriented, I would give them another cigar, but I would say, let me punch it for you, because I don't want to offend nobody, and then I would just give them the technique that I use for punching the cigar, because oftentimes, and then they're using a cheap punch. My preference would be Zycar, definitely Zycar for a punch. It's sharper, it never dulls. If it does dull, you send it back, and they're gonna send you another one. But with any cheap tool that is being used, after a certain amount of times, it's going to definitely mutilate a cigar. So I always gave the staff two things. I gave them a Zycar cutter, and I gave them a Zycar lighter. And they were to bring that to work with them all the time. And it was my preference for them to cut and light. Because it just alleviates. And you got some people that definitely are experienced enough smokers. Then they want to do their own. That's fine. That's great. But for some novices, especially when it comes to punches, they will definitely, waste a cigar. House, what is your experience on that?
My experience is, I use, depending on the cigar,
Yeah.
depending on the cigar, whether it's full body, what my mood is for the moment, right? When I'm cutting my cigar, if I do a V cut, I've recently started doing the double V cut, the cross cut.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
crown.
Yeah. Started doing that. I like it, but it just depends on the ring gauge of cigar. Like you said, I have one of these. I'm not a fan of using I always bring my own portable
Mm-hmm.
cutters. I don't use the community the cigar cutter in the
And so, how since
in
you
the
have
lounge.
So,
yours up like I
yeah.
did, can you just show folks on this guillotine style cutter which one
Right,
is shallow V, deep V, and straight cut?
right. This one right here, and it's based upon ring gauge, right? So if you have a smaller ring gauge, I think I can't remember what the ring gauge on these are,
Eh,
but they're
Anything
based
about a 50 to a 54 for that.
right. So if you have a bigger ring gauge, like Chris said, this is not going to go deep. I recommend if you have a bigger ring gauge, or you like a deeper cut. If it's
Yeah.
if it's a smaller ring
Yeah.
gauge, this will go deep. But if it's not,
Yeah.
do not. These aren't what I would recommend.
Yeah, with that, you're not going to go past a 58 ring.
Right. You're not going to go past the
That
58.
that's anywhere from Corona 58. You get into a 60, that's going to be worthless.
Yeah, you might as well cut. You might as well cut it. Have your own V cutter, or your own
Yeah.
you know guillotine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or
it depends
if it's a
on
70
how
or
much
80,
of a
you'll
draw
have
I
to go up
want.
to this.
Yeah. So that's what I do when I use my cut, and then like I said, I don't use these in a line. I always bring my stuff when I go
Yeah.
to my house, because some people they put their cigar in their mouth before they cut it, and then they come use
Oh
the
God.
and it's
Yeah.
like so
Okay, let's pause for the cause right there.
I
Let,
didn't
let
want
me
to say how
let
some
me
people
just
do.
say, working for a lounge, uh, there's a couple of things that just don't do it, please. So for the cigars that are in the humidor that are naked or without cello, please do not take the cigar and hold it up between your top lip and nose.
To your nasty COVID lips and
It's
nose.
it's
That
not sanitary, and somebody is going to have their mouth on it. So
exactly.
please don't do that. Um, to House's point, I've seen some gentlemen, they're literally licking and sucking the cigar like it's a joint, and then they want to borrow your tools. That's
Exactly.
going to be a no.
Bring your own tools. If you smoking, bring your own tools.
Bring your
Unless,
own,
unless
or
you're a
just
newbie,
have the lounge do it, like Chris mentioned. Just,
right?
but don't lick it. If you know you're that type of person and that's what you need to do, you really should be carrying your own tools. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Um, and overhandling the cigars in the lounge when they're naked, not when they are um, in the cellophane. Um,
Mm,
you've come in from outside, you've gone into the humidor, you're manhandling all this. Somebody's got to smoke that.
mm.
So if you fully intend on purchasing it, or you just want to pick it up just to see if it's got a nice give to it, that it's been humidified correctly, or whatever your reasons are, do it that way. But if you know you're not going to purchase it, just don't bother picking it up.
Yeah.
We look with our eyes. Remember, we got that lesson in kindergarten? We look with our eyes, not our hands. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the
And
well, sure.
most lounges have most, I won't say all, but most have a person that can tell you about the different cigars in the lounge. So you can ask the person that's working there. I'm not saying all lounges, but a lot of the lounges I go to, they have a person that can tell you about the cigar. If you're a newbie, or even if you just haven't
Yeah,
seen a
that's
cigar before.
yeah, that's gonna be for most of the new people. It's good to have definitely be able to answer questions with that.
Yeah,
That is a major plus. But in this day and time where we have our smokers, they know it all now. There's nothing you can tell them. But we still need to have those people that do know what
hmm
to be able to tell them, because they
To that
and then they
point, Chris, can you bring up the other point that we talked about and discussed? So I live far south than everybody on this call today, Jay Ferg and I. I'm in Florida. The dew point is high and the
yeah.
humidity is high. So when you're taking, you know, can you reiterate and address the
Yeah,
point where you're taking
I will. And
cigars out and what
actually,
cigar
this is
stock
good
is?
for this is good for Tish to know. Tish, a lot of times, and I love your outside area, love it. Oh my god. um, and during the time that you would take a cigar out of the humidor and bring it directly outside, cigars can go into shock. And so what had happened is they come from your air conditioned space, go directly outside, the humidity hits it, and the cigar starts to crack. Especially for leaves, especially for Connecticut's and some broadleaf Connecticut's, they will start to unravel, or either, and it's not your humidor, it's the change of climate that will happen, and it will happen. Especially when it's a nice day out there, it's hot, and somebody comes and bring a cigar right out of your humidor and go outside, and they will say, "Oh, no, no, no." Just explain, some humidity is best and ideal. And this is one of the reasons I didn't go out and smoke today, because my basement is very cold. I keep it at 62, because I have most of my Cubans down here, and I want to keep them cooler. So normally, if I know I'm going to go outside and smoke, I'll take my cigar out the humidor the day before and just lay it on the table, so that it'll get some air. And then when I'm ready to go outside, it has already, it won't go in there like a culture shock.
yeah.
and, and
Expand
and
as
I'm
much.
ready to
It'll be
smoke it.
expanded.
Because last week I was not wasting my cigar that just totally just about exploded on me. That was, I wasn't going to do that. But, enough of that. We got to get to why we here today, because we got the woman here, the Miss Tisha Johnson. You mind if I say the whole name? And she is the owner of Oleans After Dark. And so let me just dive right into this. First of all, you have uh, this lounge is new to you, but previously you've had the restaurant. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And
Right next door to the lounge.
yeah. So give us the history of that. First of all, just give us a little bit about the restaurant. We got to know that, because It ties into the cigar lounge because you have menus over there, and they can order food, and it comes directly from your restaurant over to the lounge, which is absolutely freaking amazing. Oh my god! Please, just give us a little tidbit on that.
Okay, so Orleans Bistro and Grill initially started off in 2017, October. I opened it. I moved to the area. Uh, I'm a happy hour girl, so I hopped around to quite a few happy hours, and I saw nothing in the area that said culture to me.
Mm,
And I went to one place um, that had soul food, but there weren't any people that looked like me cooking the food.
mm, mm,
And so I was like, okay, there's no music. It wasn't the whole package. And so I said, you know what? If I'm going to live here, I want to be able to hang out here, and I want to hang out somewhere that I'm comfortable. So I went on ahead and I said, I'm going to invest and I'm going to open up a restaurant. And I was expecting something small, nothing big. I went down to Richmond. I hung out at Croker Spot. I really liked the vibe. That was my inspiration.
mm,
Croker Spot and Uncle B's restaurant was my inspiration. I opened October 14th, 2017, and it has been a whirlwind ever since. The small restaurant I thought I was opening is not what happened. Came out Woodbridge, Maryland, DC. So it was a lot larger than what I expected. Very grateful. And we've been going strong, going on 7 years.
mm.
So, um,
And let me just
then,
tell you, I went on your website.
yes.
Uh, good people in the family of the Leaf. She is not using stock photos.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh
They
no.
are not stock photos
That's
at
what
all.
you get.
So shout out to you for picking chefs that are not only obviously cooking great food. I know our brother Chester, we had you on briefly last week on an impromptu live before we came on this live.
Yeah.
And he couldn't stop talking about it. And the plating, you
Oh,
know,
oh.
when you pay for it, you not only want it to taste good, but you want it to look good.
Oh.
Yes.
Look.
So I'm going to tell you guys something. I am the chef behind all of my recipes.
Wow.
Ooh.
So what I've been in New Orleans several times,
Mm,
and my mother's from Hampton, and Hampton, Virginia, and my father's from Margaret, Alabama. So I have grown up with food being a reason to celebrate, a reason to cry, a reason uh, to praise. Food has been everything. So when I came to this area and they didn't have what I was looking for, I said, I'm just going to do what I learned to do in my own kitchen with my mom.
mm,
And that's all it is. So I'm not a chef. I didn't go to school for cooking. This is me cooking in my kitchen and just bringing it to a restaurant and allowing people to sit at my table.
mm.
So thank you guys for the compliments on the plating and everything.
Man.
I'm a newbie at being a chef, and I'm a newbie at owning a cigar lounge. But I'm ready.
Well, I don't know about newbie in terms of it. Look, I've tasted this food. She literally just about put me to sleep. Wait a minute. First of all, I get down there, I order my food, and I had to have the because Chester talked about the
Etouffee.
etouffee so much, right? I had to
He
have
did.
it, right? So I'm getting it, and no, I didn't have the etouffee. I had the gumbo.
You ordered something else.
Yes, you sent me out the etouffee,
I sent you out the etouffee.
and I ate the gumbo first of all, which was plentiful. This etouffee was out and said, "Tish, in a minute, she wants you to have this." First of all, the presentation was freaking amazing. Then I said, "Oh my god, if I eat this, I'm gonna kill myself." You know. And so when I dig my fork into it, there's a freaking fish underneath of it, and I'm like, "Wait a minute." The etouffee was on top of what was the was that catfish? Or
Yes,
what was it?
So it's a bed of rice with
Yeah,
southern fried catfish, and then it's topped with crawfish and shrimp etouffee.
man.
And
Let
so
me
yeah,
tell. Let me. I literally. You know what? It was worth the drive. It was worth my time. It was worth my stay. It was relaxing. The drinks was phenomenal. So I Orleans after. Well, what is the restaurant called actually?
so the restaurant is Orleans Bistro. The Cigar
Bistro.
Lounge, which opened March
Mm-hmm.
this year, is Orleans
Mm-hmm.
After Dark.
And
And
why after dark?
After Dark is because most from so I did this little my research,
Okay.
and I went to some cigar lounges in the area and outside of my area, and what I found is most people smoke cigars in the evening. And I
Okay.
was like, why? Well, people out what I've seen a lot of is people coming out in the evenings after work. They're coming down to wind down. They finish their work at home work day. They're meeting
Mm-hmm.
friends. So it's after dark where the conversations have really like the conversations are taking place, the networking. I saw this at these other cigar lounges and it just blew me away
Mm-hmm.
at what happens at a lounge when men and women get together and collaborate
Right.
and just have a good time and smoke cigars. So I added
Absolutely.
the after dark.
All right. You know, I really wish I could be down there in the lounge. Sonia, can you hear me?
Can you come off mute?
This
Hi,
person is
Sonia.
hard at work.
That's
How are y'all?
how you doing, Sonia?
I'm good. How you?
We got the resident guru in there. So look, I really wish you could take that thing around and give us, but we're not going to do that. But
Can we get a tour, Sonia? Can we get a walk around?
Oh, I got
what she got a what? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, she's gonna get. That's
you.
why I had her join.
Laptop. I'm gonna go
Okay,
from
go
the
Yeah.
front
slow.
door. I'm gonna go from the front door.
She's gonna go from the front door and give us a little tour.
All right, hold on. Let me
Is
get
she
her
gonna
over here.
explain while I walk through?
Okay. So as
Oh, go ahead.
you're walking through the front of the lounge. Okay. The lounge boasts of about 45 seats, four which are recliners, 30 which are custom designed cigar chairs that I
Hmm.
ordered from the Dream Cloud. And then we have our teal comfort wide seating that is on the left side of the lounge.
No,
The
on this
four
side.
in the center recline back. We have 2, 4, 6. We have TVs and one projector. We have a mural that we painted on the wall to give the illusion of smoke. Orleans After Dark logo is imprinted on all of our cloud chairs.
Mm.
Now, the brown chairs you guys see do not recline, but they are extremely comfortable. At the back of the lounge, you will see a poker table. So you'll see many nights our guests come in, our box holders, and they'll have poker games with their friends. They'll play dominoes back there. We have a men and women's restroom. And we also have our lockers at the back of the lounge, and we also have them at the front of the lounge. You don't have to go to the bathroom, Sonia. Now, at the bar area, we are a Uncle Nearest inspired bar, which I won't even go into that because most of the people on this call know who Uncle Nearest is. So
Mm-hmm.
we have specialty cocktails that we make, old fashions with Uncle Nearest. You can definitely get them with other bourbons and whiskeys, but we promote Uncle Nearest.
Awesome.
And like I said, we've been open since March. It's been a ride. We've been having a great time. And it's just been an absolute delight. We sell candies, we sell accessories, we have Black authors that are featured in our cigar lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you'll see a few of their books. So when I have authors come to me that want to sell their books, We definitely do that because I want to incorporate other small businesses. One of the things that make us unique is when you walk into Orleans after dark, we have a humidor that sits right there to your right. And in this humidor, it features all of our Black owned cigars only. So if you are a boutique line or you are a Black owned cigar line and you are getting your cigars out there, we like to give them an opportunity up front for people to see who those brands are
Mhm.
and their cigars. So we put them right up front, and let me tell you, they move very quickly. We've been
Great,
through that humidor quite a few times, and I've only been open since March.
great, great, great.
Now, when you go in
Tell
the
her take
door,
it.
then you see our full humidor room, and she's
Yeah.
taking you guys in now. And this is our humidor.
Outstanding.
Hold up, what's that on the top left up there? That's
Oh boy, shut up. Shut up.
on the
Shut
top
Yeah,
up.
left right there.
yeah.
What's that? What is that box?
I just if I don't have it, I just put in an order with Chris. Look, I just put in an order with him. Give me a minute.
No, I see a box on the left that's full of in the to the far left to the left.
By the
Right there.
door up there.
What's that? What's that? What is that?
Oh,
Is that
She can't talk. She's got it on mute.
oh, okay, okay. I was trying to figure out
Oh,
what those were.
CLE 25th anniversary.
What are those?
those are the CLE.
Okay,
You're
okay,
thinking
okay.
that they were you were thinking that they were oh Lord, LFDs.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
yeah, that's what you thought they
They had in
were.
the box.
No, no, they not you thought they were the Andalusian bull.
Yes,
House,
yes, I
those are
did.
our brand cigars.
And
What
Tish,
she?
this is an inside between me and you. I'm so glad to see that. You know what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
my girl.
Oh, I
Yeah.
listen. And it's okay. So basically, I had gotten my front of my building wrapped. Well, Chris, when he came in, because he wants to see me win, which I so appreciate you. Thank you, brother. He explained to me that I needed to also add additional curtains in the humidor room because any inkling of light coming in can affect my cigars. So he helped me with that. So I went immediately, and he's surprised because it's already up there. I don't sleep on advice, especially when you know what you know.
No, no pride. Look, that was the I ain't want to put that out there. You ain't have to put that
Mm,
out there. Look, because at the end of the day, look, I just wanted to see it right. That's it. And
thank you.
but thank you for listening. Because what
Absolutely.
happens is sunlight, direct sunlight coming in, it will actually heat the humidor up as also and throw the
Mm.
humidity off. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, we don't want that happening.
I just want
So,
to let everyone know I'm new to this. So as you guys were talking, I was taking notes.
oh,
I've got some things to order for my staff. I mean, this going into business does not mean you're necessarily an expert in that business. But when you go into business and people are willing to share their knowledge like you guys are, I don't take this podcast lightly. So I am extremely grateful that you guys are teaching me and you're giving me a platform to share my lounge with your viewers. So I'm learning as I go.
Hey,
well,
the
look, first,
Green Cloud furniture is off the chain. You know, I looked at that furniture. That furniture is off the chain. Very comfortable furniture. And I love how you can put your own logo, you know,
Hmm.
on that furniture.
I
It's not
love it.
cheap.
It's nice.
Not cheap,
yeah.
but it's
Oh, it costs a pretty penny, but it's
yeah,
okay.
it's worth it because people are gonna come in there and they'll relax, and
Well,
it's
here's one thing you got to share. What do you have coming up in the near future? This is in what,
So,
September, right?
yes.
Let me hold on. Don't
So,
say yet. Let me put you on. Let me put you. Let me put you where you need to be, girl. Let me put you
okay.
center stage. There you go. So
So,
what's up? What's up?
so what's up is this.
Yeah.
So in my area, every time I have a new artist come to Orleans Bistro, the art other businesses in the area reach out to the artist, and then the artist is pulled between many places. So I've been networking, and I want to give a shout out to Tanisha Murray, who's the lady of the house. She's been there with me since day one. We have been networking and trying to get different artists and just trying to get a different face print for Orleans After Dark. Well, the a good friend of the manager of October London came into the lounge. He came in and said, "I'm coming in. I'm gonna buy a stick real quick, and then I'm leaving." Well, he came in at 11 o'clock and he left at midnight when I closed. He had brunch, he had lunch, he had dinner, and he took something to go. And then he said to Tanisha at the end, "Would you guys like it if October London came here? He would love this place because he's a cigar guy." So Tanisha said, "Of course," blowing it off because everybody, always says, we're going to have this person. The next day, October London manager calls me. He will be at Orleans After Dark on October 26th. He's doing my grand opening.
Wow.
So his record comes out the end of this month. He is Snoop Dogg's newest artist. He is opening for Maxwell at all of his tour sites. He's leaving New Jersey on the 25th, Orleans After Dark on the 26th, and then Atlanta on the 27th. So I am extremely excited. I just released it on my on the internet today. Went on my website Friday. What I will say is this: we're doing a request to be a guest. So if you go to my website, you can request to get tickets. There's going to be a VIP section where he will be on the cigar lounge side for about 2 hours. He will smoke sticks with you, take pictures with you. Everybody that comes will get a free stick. He's just going to relax and be October London and smoke because that's what he likes to do. Then he's going to go to the restaurant side and do a listening party of all his newest music. So September 26th is going to be a complete vibe. We are so excited.
I heard the pre-release of that new song.
Now, one of the things I was excited about it. Tell us why, and I asked you this, and I loved your answer. Why he's not doing whatever he's going to do on the lounge side versus.
Okay. So Orleans Bistro has been a happy hour place, food place, karaoke, DJ. I'm a restaurant with entertainment. The Cigar Lounge, when I did my research and I was going around, I've been to several. The lounges that I enjoy are the ones where it's truly a lounge. So he cannot play any music on my side. I will play the overhead music. It will be October London. But there are no microphones at the Cigar Lounge. There is no stage. My Cigar Lounge is for people that want to smoke cigars. You can order food, you can order drinks, and you can smoke sticks. But this is not hookah. There's no entertainment. This is for those that want to come out and enjoy what I see that cigar smokers enjoy doing, which is smoking cigars. So I will not allow anybody, I don't care who you are, to play music on that side. That's what Orleans Bistro is.
Head on with your bags.
I'm a cigar lounge.
Woo!
That's
All
what
right.
it is.
That's what it is. All right. Love it. Love it. Love. Cheryl, your thoughts on that, girl?
Well, I'm going to say hats off to you because there's lots and lots and lots of conversation about traditional smokers who prefer a traditional vibe to the atmosphere. They don't want a DJ competing with your inside voice conversation. They don't want to have to yell over to hear. And sometimes the lounges, because it is a lounge, the space simply isn't adequate to have a full-on, whether the band is a combo or anything like that, and then the entertainer, because it's just a space constraint. So it's great that you have the luxury of having duality in your space, and people get to enjoy it in the vibe that they want to enjoy it in, or if it's a local band or a house band that they're familiar with, they can sit on the lounge side and just vibe over your speaker mics and enjoy their
Mm.
smoke and their adult beverage. So I like that. So what I want to know is, and we have asked this of our sisters of belief that are about the business of
Mhm.
lounge ownership. Talk to potential prospective lounge owners about the due diligence that goes into opening up a lounge. Now, the caveat to that is whatever your are in your respective areas makes a difference. So, what she's going to be talking about are her challenges or not in reference to what is geographically been great and maybe not so great. Can you talk a little bit about
Yes.
what that journey has been like and what it's been like for a sister of the leaf? Because we know we don't always get the respect due when it comes to this love of the leaf.
Ooh. Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with opening the lounge. In my area, one of the issues that I ran into that made it extremely difficult was working with my local government and trying to get permits
Mhm.
so that I could open. So everyone has different rules and regulations as it comes to ventilation. So the first thing I would recommend someone to do is to find out what the ventilation requirements are in your area before you lease the space, because some spaces are not convertible to the ventilation requirements that you need. I just happened to be renting from my landlord for 7 years before my lounge. So my landlord said, yes, you can drill through my cement so that you can have an external, ventilation system. But had he said no, I would have rented a space and not been able to pass code for ventilation. So your ventilation system is your motherboard of your lounge. So that's the first thing I would ask people to look into before you open something. The second thing I would ask you to look into is do a market survey.
Yes.
Find out what type of smokers you have. So I had the luxury of having my customers at the restaurant who are, I'm going to be honest with you, most of my customers are 35 and up. They're government, military. They smoke cigars. They're okay with a lounge setting and no entertainment. A lot of them have security clearances, so they don't want to risk that. So you have to know who your audience is.
Mhm.
Um, and then location is extremely important. You want to make sure that the location is good, that you have good visibility, that people have great parking, that sort of thing. Um, Now, I'll say this to you because you said it's about being a sister opening in an area that has. I am the only Black-owned restaurant in my area. I am the only Black-owned cigar lounge. Recently, I have another sister and her family that opened a cigar lounge about 15 minutes from me, which is in a different area. But I was the only one for this short period of time. And I will tell you, it is not easy access to what you need access to be able to give your customers what they want. So relationship building is extremely, extremely important. So first, make sure your ventilation system and the place that you rent can be up to code. Make sure the location is good. Do your market survey to make sure you're going to make money. Because like I told you guys, I don't smoke a lot. I'm new to this. I'm learning. I'm introducing my palate to different things. if you don't know who your customers are, you're not going to make money. You're going to be forced to close because you can't pay your rent. This is a business first, and it's a luxury second. And I just have to say, I'm extremely grateful. I have 38 boxes. I have 14 box holders, 6 who are charter members. 6 box holders paid over $2,000 each before I even opened my doors. So your marketing is extremely important. My box holders, they have access to this October London thing. I do special things for them. So it's a combination of so many things outside of smoking, because I've had several people come in and say, "Oh, this is nice. I think I want to open a cigar lounge." And I'm like, "I think that's really cute, and I think you should, because I'm not a dream killer." But people think that I'm a cigar expert. And Chris, you've been there. I'm like, "Hold on one second. Let me get Tanisha or Sonia." I don't know the answer, but I know how to run business, and I know how to make money.
There you go.
And that's the key. So find out what are the crucial things in your area and address those before you jump into it. Because as business people, so many times people that are new getting into business, they're excited about the idea and they don't do the research. You have to do your research before you put a dollar at the table. And if you do your research well, then you have a better chance of your business being successful.
There you have it,
Absolutely.
folks.
Very
I mean, that was spot on.
Yeah.
And
There's
if you
nothing
take
I
a
could add or
marketing
take away
class,
from
the
that.
first thing they're going to say is location, location, location,
That's it.
and
But
understanding
you
what your
know,
footprint is in your area.
I
Mm-hmm.
really got to tell you what I appreciate most about what everything that you said was spot on. But what I appreciate most is your honesty. I'm new to this. Oh man, because most people will expect or even think that you're like the guru. And people will gravitate to you more with your honesty than to think that you know it all and to come off with as like, and so that's going to carry you a long way in this industry. I'm going to
Chris,
tell
you know
you.
how many people come into the humidor and they're like, "Okay, so what do you suggest?" And I tell them, like I told Chris
Mhm,
when I said to him, "The only thing I smoke is Groovy Blue. So why don't you tell me about some of these cigars I got? Which one should I try?"
mhm,
And then I have more people buying me a cigar to try
mhm,
to
mhm.
smoke with them, and they just want to sit and talk about the
Yeah.
stick and where it came from and why it's great that I have it. And I'm just sitting
Mhm,
there as a student. I'm
yeah.
just honest with them.
And that's cool. And that very cool.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Uh-oh. My girl Kathy, I forgot to post her, says she looked like she saw Arturo Fuente Pink in there. I'm not sure about that, Kathy, but if so, that would be great. Um, uh, yeah, they everybody's gonna be looking them for them in October, but definitely the Arturo Fuente Pink is a kind of rare cigar that comes out in October. Tish, and we'll see if we can get you something there. But man, House with his let me just put this Negro on blast for a minute because you know
oh
how
man,
a
put me
Tish,
on
I
blast.
guarantee you in 2 weeks he'll probably be saying, "Hey, you got her number so I can find out where to get them chairs from." So I can get my little Phi Beta Phi in there.
I looked
Don't
at
worry about it. I'll send it to you as soon as this is over.
I looked at all
Don't
those chairs. I
don't
looked at
send
all
him.
those chairs.
Yeah, don't
But
send him
I got
nothing.
Y'all are too
the
funny.
leather wide, wide chairs. But I got to put my little thing on because when people come over, you don't want to burning your seats.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, bro. If you got folk coming over burning stuff, they don't need to be in there.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, okay,
Sometimes the ash is dry.
okay, all right, all
But
right.
I think one thing I think we should point out because I've encountered this a lot, um, and most of the time, because I worked with Oleans at Mobile for quite some time, people don't understand. Some people, uh, you have to establish accounts in order to have the faces in your humidor.
Mm-hmm.
I think the presumption is okay, it's a lounge. And so, therefore, you should have whatever it is that I'm asking for. And then when you don't
Yeah.
have it, um, they
Well,
kind of poo poo your selection. Because there is a fair amount of cigar snobs, and allegedly they only like what they like and smoke they smoke.
well,
We all like what we like, and we all smoke what we
yeah.
smoke. But I
But
think
you know
that
what,
the
Cheryl?
conversation should be that she's brand new, and even for established lounge, it takes the acquisition of accounts, what are your sales, et cetera, and so forth. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
I'll tell you.
well, sure. Hold on. Let me address that for a minute because you know what? Um, Here's what people got to understand, and especially if they are seasoned cigar smokers like they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I would go walk if I walk in a humidor and I look at the size of the humidor, I'm going to automatically know why you don't have certain accounts. Because what happens with that is this is with every account there comes a different number of facings. There are some accounts and some reps that will work with you on that. And there are some that are going to be a complete butthole and say, "Oh no, I can't do that," and they're forcing you to buy 12 facings or something that wants to take up the whole space. Of no, you can't do that. So it's when you get to the point of working with certain reps to get your because it would be great to have your accounts, but when you get to a point to where you have to talk to and they start talking face, you can do one or two things. Because more than likely, I'm gonna know. You can call me. Because see, they, especially with you new, with you black, and with you being a woman, and they're gonna give what they want to push on you.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Emerson's is famous for that. Emerson's, you probably know that, Chris.
well, yeah. I mean,
Block people.
oh Lord, I can't even think of
Ashton.
Ashton. Come down and I need you to have 15 patients, blah blah blah, and da da da. No, there's no way around. No, there's a way around everything, you know. But you can't absorb your whole space in humidor space with again, anything is can be worked around. So
And I,
go ahead.
and if I can say this to you, Cheryl, what I've done, what I've said, and what I've kind of had my staff say to people, because people will come in and say, "Oh, you don't have Davidoff, you don't have this," and I have such a variety of cigars.
Mhm.
What we've said to them in a very nice and gracious way. Oh, that wouldn't be a problem at all to get. Let me go ahead and get a price for you on a box of those. And because we're new and you're not here frequently enough, if you're
Mhm.
willing to pay the retail box cost, we can order
Mhm.
a specific box for you. That'll be
Mhm.
$700. And
Mhm.
then the whole thing, now they're saying I smoke a nub, but I thought you only smoke and sitting in the lounge for 4 hours. So we just politely offer you if there's a stick that you want, you only smoke Rocky Patel conviction. The box is $800. I can get that box for you in 3 days. But you need to prepay.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I was just wanting to know if you carry it. What? Listen, we carry what we have access to right now. I've only been open since March. I haven't even been open a year yet. And I haven't started working on accounts yet because even though I've done my market survey, even my cigar smokers aren't seasoned. A lot of them are smoking for show. They're smoking and they don't even understand what they're smoking. Chris came into the lounge and hung out, and there was a few regulars there, and he's educating the regulars on sticks that are already there. So a lot of times people will give you the perception that they know a lot more than they know. So I just do the same poker face that they do. No problem. I can get you a whole box. That's going to be $700. Did you want to pay for it by credit, American Express or Visa? Well, I'm gonna go on and take this crazy Jane, or I'm gonna take, okay, no problem. I'm gonna take this diesel, no problem. You gonna take that Cohiba before
First
you
of
gonna
all,
take
if they gonna smoke a crazy Alice, they ain't got no business smoking the Davidoff.
okay. It don't even make sense.
And then they would know that Davidoff is by appointment only. They select you, you don't select them.
Right. And I'm like, I have what I'm able to have. Period. If you want something that I don't have, you have to go to a lounge that offers that. But you're going to get great service here, great food, and you're going to get a nice selection of cigars. I've only been in business a few months. I don't have all of the top of the line. $150 spent. They don't even know what they bought.
And she's a lounge that supports our own. So there you go.
Yes. I have, right now we are featuring 6 Black-owned boutique cigar lines inside of our humidor. So I'm very excited about that.
Did you know them offhand?
So we have Sonia, look, Sonia, we have Empress
Empress
the
Cut.
ladies, Empress Cuts, we have the
Empress
ladies
Cut.
first, we have Brothers Blend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are the only ones I know. But Sonia can go to the box and read the rest. I own the place. I don't know all the cigars.
No. I wouldn't put you on the spot. I just want to because you got Drunk Chicken is local in the area.
Okay, hold on. Drunk Chicken.
Mm-hmm, that's Desiree.
That's Desiree.
Okay.
I'll connect you with her if you want.
All right.
Is Conscious Cigars in there?
Conscious
Cigars.
No.
You definitely got to get Conscious.
I'll make that connection for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna just send her. I'm gonna send her Kevin number, or you want to send her Kia number? Which one? Kevin or Kia?
Whichever she wants. There's Howard G, which is hugely popular.
Now, is that in this area?
No. They're not in this area, but in terms of sellability, people know them. They will do well.
So should we do like a cut and light featuring these cigars, even though the reps aren't in this area? Don't matter.
No, Kevin will send Kia probably. She lives in Houston.
No. She's here in Florida.
She lives in Florida. Oh, okay.
Yes.
She'll come and do it.
And so does Howard.
If it means getting
Howard
that
is here.
cigar,
Howard is here. And Kevin is here.
And Desiree is from here, but she moved to Florida. But she comes. She's in the area all the time.
Florida has a great outreach of our cigar offerings, and he's been on the ground. Howard is on the ground. We actually did a show with Howard, and he has a great product line. And so,
will they be at the event in January that you guys are doing in Miami?
Absolutely.
So I need to come to that.
It would be great.
We would love to have you come on and get some sun and fun.
It will be great.
And it's during King Week.
So it's
I'm
getting a discount code right now.
We have an absolutely wonderful time. Oh my God.
I will check with Sar Major and make sure his calendar is clear so we can come down.
Wow. You see I wore my Marine Corps it's cold in my basement, so I had to put my jacket on.
I'm ready.
Yep. All right. Well, look here, we don't want to take up all your time. We just wanted to let folk know what was going on down in Fredericksburg. Literally, let me tell you, you have to look up Orleans Bistro. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to look up Orleans After Dark.
Yes.
You will not be disappointed. Food wise, please do not go down there. And don't eat breakfast. Don't do what is it? 4 o'clock open time. Yeah, don't just don't do it to yourself. I'm so pissed off that when I left, I didn't finish all of my meal, and I left it there. That
You
day,
called me.
I sure did, boy. I was about to say, look, but
Uh,
do yourself a favor. Take the time, take a drive, go down to Orleans After Dark, um, and look, just be wooed, be wild, be overwhelmed by the hospitality, by the food, the drinks. They even have Shay Shay in there. I didn't get to taste it, but hey, they got it. I love my cognacs too, but I was sipping on some Macallan that day. There is no Japanese whiskey, but do yourself a favor. I mean, take the drive, take the visit. Um, uh, you know what? Hey, Kathy, wait a minute. Oh, you working at Stafford ER? All right. Well, you know what, Kathy? The Uber Eats so I can order when I'm working at. You let me know when you're working at Stafford ER. All right.
oh,
You got my number, Kathy. You let me know when you're working at Stafford ER.
that's
I
awesome.
might have to flex. Kathy, my
Oh,
girl, she's a viewer and watcher, and so we thank God for her. Just to let we don't have. She be there the next 3 nights. Let me see. I'll be there next night. All right, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text. And we had to get you some of that food because I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Um, normally we have anywhere from 10, 12, up to 20 people that join us online, but normally right after over the next 3 days, we usually have about 1,200 views. People go to YouTube and then watch it later. Sometimes they just watch it either in the bed or whatever, but it's been great. The followers have been great. And so we look forward to hopefully Houston, folks from the DMV coming down, taking a trip. I'm going to work on my man, Smoke Screen. Has Smoke Screen. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have him put together a trip, bring his little mini bus down, and charge people 55 whatever dollars, and he brings them from Baltimore. They take a little trip, make a day of it, and da da da. And so we're gonna get the word out there. All right,
thank you so
and
much.
yeah, definitely. And so don't forget October London,
Yes,
October
September
26th, go to
26th.
Orleans Bistro
I will.
VA.
I'll be in Puerto Rico.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna come for the October London.
So you have
you
to go
going there?
online. You
Yeah,
have
for the
to go
October.
online and you have to request to be a guest. It is Orleans Bistro VA.com. Orleans Bistro VA.com. You want
Mm.
to go on there, request to be a guest, and as long as you put your name, house in the name, I'll remember you. And then I'll
Okay.
make sure I send you your confirmation
That
email.
that that little cybersecurity nerd right there might hack your whole system
He
and
can
get
hack
all the
it.
tickets.
Hack it. Do what you do. Do what you do.
So,
And
Orleans,
here, Tish, this is a conscious cigar. This is
Orleans
the
VIP.
Lancero.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
Orleans
is his
VIP.
Lancero. This is
Yeah.
his. This is what
Hey, but
started the
how?
beauty, a Lancero and Robusto, but he also has an awesome Cameroon for those that like a little beefiness to the
Okay.
cigar. So
All
there
right.
you go.
You said Orleans. Orleans.
Orleans Bistro
Okay.
VA.com.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go down where it says October London. It says click here, request to be a guest.
Okay. I got you.
And then consider it done. Now, I only can have 50 guests.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
you're in house.
Got
Has it filled?
Put your name down.
All right.
Oleans Bistro VIP.com.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, now, how? Hey, house, don't disappoint. You say you're going. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna
But
go.
look, what you doing Saturday, man? Let's ride down Saturday.
I gotta spend the weekend out there. That's an hour and whatever. I think it's
Man,
an hour
man, as much as I hate driving, nigga, I'll drive. Shut up. I gotta be in.
I'll go up on a Friday and come back on a Sunday. I'll get a hotel and just stay and go
I
there.
love it.
Yeah, us piss poor broke niggas. We ain't got that luxury. No, I gotta be.
I'm
I
not
gotta be.
driving back.
I gotta be at church Sunday, man.
And Tish, I'm pairing it with a McBride Sisters red blend. So, those
But matter of
are
fact, Tish, we didn't even
sisters
ask
that
you
are
what
Black owned.
what are you drinking on today? What is your cocktail? You said I got to go get me something. What do you
Well,
smoke? What are you
first of
drinking on?
all, it's gone. It's
Ooh,
gone.
what was it?
And so what it was Tito's with a splash of Sprite and a splash of cranberry.
You so prissy.
They call me Prissy. They
Lord
call me
today.
Prissy. Come on over here. He asked what Sergeant Major was.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, Major. What's up? What's up, man?
I can't call it, man. I can't call it. Have me a little nightcap.
What?
That's all the nightcap.
Hey, look here. I wore that Eagle Globe and Anchor for you, boy.
I see it. I love
Told
it.
you.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ain't making no noise over here, sipping on a little bit of Yamazaki 12-year-old.
Nice.
I had to pour me another one because Tisha gave me a headache, daggone it.
Whatever. Oh, stop. What? Cheryl held the whole podcast together. Thank God for Cheryl and House.
She gave me a doggone headache, man. I couldn't take it no more. She got me to drink. I had to pour out my good stuff, man.
I feel
you. Yeah, so we good. Hey, looking forward to seeing you again, man. Definitely. I know that retirement party was off the hook. Wish I could have made that.
It was.
I mean, wait a minute. Hold up, man. Now, you got the facial hair growing already?
Oh yeah, you know I ain't playing around. You know I'm not
playing
around. You know I'm not playing, baby.
Boy, you couldn't wait.
How many years? How many years?
You about to join the beard gang?
Yes, sir. I did 30 years, man. I did 30 years.
Thank you for your service.
Man, look. Hey, Semper Fi, my brother. Semper Fi. Do your thing, man.
Sir, indeed.
So we're going to Destination Herf in Miami, January.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Well, look. Hey, look. Don't y'all go nowhere though. But look, my Smoking Jazz broadcast crew. That ends our show. We thank you for being with us. Look forward. Second Tuesday in September. Looking to have my man Kevin Surratt, which is the husband of my girl who has gone on to glory, Tracy Braxton, and of the Braxton family values. And we're gonna have him on. We're gonna talk about some things, have some fun, smoke some cigars, do our libations, and help uplift the brother. All right. So y'all hang on while I end the broadcast. And there it is.